Oh yeah, Gunner posted a new video. I wanted to watch that one. Damn, Gunner's kind of popping off. Good shit. Yeah, it was about the Logan Paul guy. So the guy who asked Logan Paul for a job. That shit was super goofy. I guess he went on Dr. Phil too. Dr. Phil probably can't even spell YouTube. Why would he care?
This is real. I walked to New York City. Oh my god, the Big Apple. It's crazy. Was that honestly much different than what $sign Empire did? Hey, whatever happened to this guy? This fella right here. You know, the guy who went viral on TikTok 6 months
and the
ago
recent Fernando and Zombie.
Jake Paul's fight against Tyron Woodley, justifying Logan Paul and begging for a job. The TikTok got 15 million views, and it basically went something like this. I just quit my job, Logan Paul. Can I have a job, Logan Paul? What are you good at? Oh, I'm not good at anything. Do you have what it takes?
It was a good pitch, and it was actually a pretty good pitch.
I don't have any friends? Good luck, man. Don't believe me? Fuck it. Here's the full clip.
I quit my job legit, trying to talk about
Thanks to the gift shop, butter.
I was 7 dances.
Oh, so you really got what it takes.
Yeah, I don't.
Then why would I
need a mentor.
job? You have people, friends?
I don't.
Friends? You got friends. You got
I
amigos.
don't.
Bro, you're a good-looking guy, bro. You have friends, bro. You're fucking lying.
Thanks for the bits, Edgar.
And then cut to him
Goddamn.
crying
Thank you,
in his
man.
car about quitting his 100K
Jesus
year
Christ, thank
salary
you.
job as a welder, and Logan not hiring him on the spot, despite telling him he really, really wanted it.
I just talked to Logan Paul. I make $100,000 a year.
Well, his name is Austin Wallace, and he got clowned
Hey,
on by
Austin.
the whole internet for basically being spoiled and looking for a handout, which he was. But Austin appeared to have learned his lesson and swore he wouldn't give up on his dream of becoming an influencer. Shoot for the stars, kids.
I just want instant gratification. I know, and I should have known it doesn't.
What does his hat say? No fuck. What? What does that mean? Is that like a brand? Oh, is there an S there? No fucks? It looks like a period. I don't think that's an S. No, that doesn't look plural. It looks like a period. No fuck. Full stop.
Doesn't work like that.
Oh,
It comes
you're
with
right.
Hard work and dedication. 365 days.
Damn.
I'm going to be in LA. I'm living in LA.
His villain origin story is old news, but it's necessary backstory because this week I decided
His
to
use
check
of
in
universe
on
and
Austin Wallace
criminal?
and see how he was doing. And boy, has he learned nothing from the Logan Paul incident. With that, let's start by looking at this Dr. Phil interview that Austin did about the Logan Paul situation. Because yeah, that makes sense. You're embarrassed by the whole internet. Let's double down on that shit
His
and
use of
get
Big
Dr. Phil
Ski
to cover
and
it.
Psycho.
But learn quickly that this is just classic opportunistic Austin looking to clout chase off of anyone he can, even if that person is Dr. Phil. A strange choice of a person to clout chase, but you do you.
My dream has always been to be in the entertainment business or to be an influencer. A few months ago, I started posting
But
stuff
why?
on social media. Some of the media influencers I like are the Paul brothers. Logan and Jake Paul.
He even
are
says
like
he's
idols
bad
to
at
me.
it.
Okay, well, there's your
So
first
why?
mistake. Taking Xanax before Dr. Phil interview is never a good idea. And your second mistake was idolizing the Paul brothers. It's kind of bizarre the world we live in, where now some current fans of the Paul brothers
Is he
are
so
fully
Dewey?
grown men with fully grown beards. Austin is 23. He's my age, but doesn't act like it, as is the case with any other human who grew up thinking these two were good influences. Austin is the type of guy in high school who would take post-it notes and make what's called a paper wasp to launch
Hey,
it with a
fuck
rubber
yeah.
band, except he would go a step further and he would put thumbtacks in the post-it note to literally impale people on impact. I realize
That's
it's a
kinda
very
fucked up.
specific thing I'm claiming he used to do, but you can't convince me otherwise he didn't do it.
Since the video went viral about meeting Logan Paul, people have been really saying hateful
tier
stuff.
one
I'm entitled, you know,
as a
go jump
Dashi
off
in
a
the
building.
resub.
And that
Yorichi.
it's so stupid that you quit your job.
Hold on, you can't just slip one hateful thing in the middle of 3 comments and that makes them all hateful. Calling you spoiled or saying you shouldn't have quit your job is different than telling you to jump off a building. 2 of those are criticisms and 1 is wishing death upon you. Yeah, it sucks. I'm getting all these hateful comments telling me
True,
that
I
I
guess.
shouldn't expect handouts, that I should literally douse myself in gasoline, light a match, and burn alive. And that my beard looks dumb.
So what did you think was going to happen? You drive up and ask for a job.
I thought maybe I was gonna get lucky. Not lucky, but like I felt like maybe he was gonna say, "Hey, come on, I'll
Why?
give you some advice. Let's go talk."
How delusional do you have to
Maybe
be?
get an internship."
I think a big part of Austin's problem is that he just can't use words. And he doesn't really know what he means when he says things. Take what he just said, for instance. I was hoping I was going to get lucky. No, I wasn't. I was hoping I'd get advice, which Logan did give him. No, I was hoping to get an internship, which would have just been getting lucky, right? So you were trying to get lucky, so just stick to that.
I was upset because I messed up and I wasn't witty enough or funny. I didn't feel like I was enough in the situation to arouse him to give me a
What
job,
are
or
you
give me an
fucking...
internship.
What are you saying? What the fuck? What a weird guy. How does someone get so far gone? Like, the delusion is baffling. Still so shameless about this situation, as if only I could have aroused Logan Paul more, I'd have a job right now. Good lord. Also, what the fuck was the, he had one more TikTok about it. I think he tried to make merch out of it. Does anyone remember what it's called? It wasn't No Fucks, I don't think. What was his merch called? How recent is that interview? It's probably like 3 or 4 months ago, if I had to guess.
Oh, arouse him? What? Oh, like turn him on? Gross. Oh, I mean, it's a valid strategy, but oh my, gross. Kind of changes the whole connotation of the getting lucky thing. Did you want to fuck Logan Paul? Is that what this is all about? Look, I support
hope
you,
so.
brother. It's just a big curveball, and Jake is clearly hotter. The interview kind of ends with this weird segment where Dr. Phil brings in To Touch an Emu, the guy who made those really viral headphone dances that he wouldn't stop milking the fuck out of. I hate that Justin Bieber song now because of him. And Dr. Phil just kind of makes him do his dance with him to see if he has what it takes, and he doesn't. Regardless, Dr. Phil didn't really address the problem with us.
He never
If anything,
does.
He's encouraged it by having him on and connecting him to another influencer he can try to finesse exposure from. Now, what do I mean when I say that? Well, let's take a look at Austin's channel and some of his videos. Sneaking into Danny Duncan World Tour. The Island Boys scared me. How I Met Bryce Hall.
Yeah, I want to see that one. Yeah, I want to see
This
that
is
one.
real. I walked in
That one sounds like a banger.
Recently, you know the Island
Exit
Boys,
Tier
they
1
were on
Keith,
the Impulsive
recent
podcast.
Heisen
I went on
and
live with
Ray-
them on
Rayan.
TikTok. I'm gonna play that.
Hey bro, what's up?
What's up? Can I ask you a real life question?
Yeah, what's up?
Who do you think will win in a fight? Me or him?
Your brother.
Him?
Yeah.
That ain't my brother though. You imbecile.
What is happening?
Well, he would win in a fight.
What the fuck is this?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you got COVID?
Don't talk to me, bro. Are you supposed to be another Logan Paul, brother?
We could give you good advice because we're not trying to tear you down.
What is going on? What is this? This is like
But we're just trying to tell you, okay,
glitch
listen,
dialogue in
be about the
Skyrim.
action. It works, you know what I mean? Expand your mindset.
All right, cool.
I'm done with this conversation.
Bro, they are trolling like AF, and I don't need advice from
What
them
the
at all.
fuck
I was
just
with them,
happened?
But I'm gonna take some advice from them. They're right. I should be.
Oh, okay, so that's what we're going for? That's not. That would the whole piece of difference. Yeah, this is just fucking sad. Oh my god. Oh my god. I actually don't even think the Island Boys thing was like a real scene. I think he just spliced together like a duet on TikTok.
Sneaking into Danny Duncan World Tour. The Island Boys scared me. How I Met Bryce Hall. From the looks of it, it seems like he's still trying to use other influencers to prop up his career, which was the problem with the Logan Paul situation. No one was mad that he was trying to make it in social media. That's cool. It's that he wanted and thought he deserved instant success from somebody else, as evident of him being upset at Logan Paul
I think he earned
after
it.
the fact. I want to be a successful YouTuber. You know what I'm not
The
gonna do
Island
to get
Boys
there?
scared the shit out of him.
Sneak into YouTube HQ and demand Susan Wojcicki to pump up my channel. Because, well, Susan, with no due respect, I think I'm pretty funny. Can you do some shit about that? Let's take a look at this video from Austin. Ask Bryce Hall to box, because I think it will elaborate on what I'm trying to get at.
I was told that Bryce Hall is gonna be in Destin, Florida. Anyway,
So all this guy does is
I'm
try and
going
put
on
himself
right
in
now,
front of
and I decided,
YouTubers.
You know, I like taking opportunity.
and
And I
TikTokers.
do what I can with opportunity. I'm gonna go see him and try to get a job.
Great. Okay, so no lessons have been learned, and you're going to do the same exact thing you got ridiculed online for by asking Bryce Hall for a job now. I thought you said before that you weren't looking
Thanks, you
for quick
sub-iced.
gratification and that you understand it takes hard work. Why are you still asking other influencers, now even younger than you, for a job?
And I'm not all alone this time. I got my boy Brandon.
Hey,
AKA
Brandon.
not my friend, just a camera guy.
You got friends, you got
I
amigos.
don't.
Fuck this guy. Fuck my cameraman. We are just business acquaintances. So Austin and his not friend Brandon just kind of show up at Bryce Hall's pop-up tent for his energy drink brand with Josh Richards, where they're doing signatures for their teenage girl fans, where Austin
you sub-
definitely fits in at.
Aunt
Once
Juan?
again, like the Jake Paul fight, he's not invited, and this time he's not even a fan of them, just walking right up to them with a camera in their face, asking for a job. Yeah, you know what's actually the best
No
way to make
fucking
sure
way.
no one
Let's
ever
go.
gives you a job? Filming yourself asking, yo, Bryce, yo, over here, yo, can I get a job? Like, I know, like, you're busy doing stuff, but, like, I could really use a job. Are you getting aroused yet?
I went on the Logan and asked for a job. That is right. But can I have a job? I can do any job. Dude, no, I just moved back with my parents because I'm broke.
This is going very well.
Let's say you can sign. Yeah. You can sell one of these bitches. No, I'm not a fanboy. I know, but you can sell
Yeah, you're right.
Austin, why say I'm not your fanboy? Bryce was actually being pretty nice to you, and then you just dropped that line for no reason. You would think if all you do is trying to get things from people, you'd be better at it.
You should like at least
You
pretend.
should be nice to the person you're begging for a job from. Bryce, I'm not your fanboy. I don't like you. Give me a job. Yo, Bryce, you're a total pussy. Hire me? You know what I hate about this situation is that they can't go anywhere.
Austin
Like,
is
they're
such a
pop-up tents, so they
suave
kinda just have
operator.
to stay there and try to get rid of Austin. So they awkwardly sign his cans, and Bryce says to Austin what I guarantee he thought was a throwaway line to make him leave.
Yeah, I want to come out to LA, for real.
Well, if you come to LA, you can definitely collab with us.
Well, that just
Now,
changed
this
his
is like
whole
you're
life.
working with your cousin
That
on a
actually
family
changed his whole
holiday,
life.
And your much younger cousin
One
comes up to
sentence.
you and says, "Hey, can we play Minecraft?" And you say, "No, sorry, buddy, like not right now." And they say, "Okay, bet. When?" You gotta say, "Oh, I don't know, like maybe like an hour, just to try to shake him off." And exactly an hour later, that kid spawns at your door like a demon, saying, "We are playing." Like my 12-year-old cousin, Austin hung on to those words. "We can definitely collab," and took it like gospel for another video. How I met Bryce Hall. He doesn't actually. He spends a whole video harassing Bryce. He tries to make a TikTok to get his attention. When that doesn't work, he gets his number from an anonymous source and then texts him, gets no answer, and then tries to FaceTime him, no answer. So
God,
when
that's
all
so
options are
fucking
exhausted,
creepy.
He just shows up at his house.
My hope was literally belittling, so I decided to go.
That's
up
not
to
how
Bryce
that
Hall's
word
house.
works, but
And
whatever.
I absolutely do not encourage anyone to do this. Never go up to a YouTuber's house. But I was literally thinking I had no other choice. As I was sitting there in front of his house, I decided that this is definitely not the right way to go
Oh,
about
nice,
this.
nice.
Thank God you realized that, because that's fucking scary. No YouTuber, let alone any person, wants someone to show up at their house uninvited. Remember, he did all of this because
Thanks,
3 months
Poseidon,
ago, Bryce
Score,
said,
Spain, and Laced.
psychotic behavior. And I love that message. I don't encourage this. Nobody do this. But I'm gonna do this. That's one way to avoid criticism. Look, guys, I do not condone doing drugs. Nobody should do drugs. But I'm gonna do a lot of ketamine this weekend. Now again, thankfully, Austin backed out
Thanks,
and
Resub
didn't
Heart.
actually go up to his door. But apparently, this isn't even the first time he's done this. Rewind back to after the Logan Paul incident. Austin flew to Puerto Rico to film a comeback
What?
video, sort of like a Rocky parody thing. Do you know who also
What
happens
the
to live
fuck?
in Puerto Rico? Logan Paul. Now here's a video of the guy who was filming that parody for Austin. And
This
his
is
experience
super
with him
sad,
he had just
honestly.
met.
Austin actually didn't get any sleep from last night when he flew over, so he's going on 2 days without sleep. So he says he's going to go for a walk and clear his head. Give him a call. Turns out he's been sitting outside of Logan Paul's house for who knows how long. And he's telling me he's going to go up and ring Logan Paul's door right now.
Are we starting to see a pattern here? A really creepy stalker-ish
my
pattern? This isn't
God.
Austin filming for a YouTube video anymore. It's harassment. To be fair, I don't know if this guy's telling the truth. He could just be
Thanks,
making this
Resub
up.
Ollie,
But does it seem
Amir,
like
and the
something
Resub
Austin
Adria,
wouldn't do?
Pika, and
Nah,
Biscuit.
dude, the guy that harassed and
And
sat
Steve.
outside of Bryce Hall's house. You think he would do the same to Logan Paul? Yeah, probably. That does make sense, actually. In the Danny Duncan video on Austin's channel, he sneaks into Danny's live event to ask him to collab. Because, yeah, showing up to Bryce Hall's house uninvited.
Why?
Beta move. Better yet,
What
sneak
is
into
the
someone's
point?
private event without paying to ask them if they want to work together. That's how you start a business relationship founded on trust.
I don't want to collab.
My point is that Austin is
That was nice.
infatuated with using famous
No
people
false
to
hope
make
there.
himself famous by crossing so many boundaries. I don't think he's a bad dude, but I think he's extremely confused on the right way to go about things.
That's
what's got him
illegal?
thinking
It
that?
is.
Well,
It
look
is.
no
It's called
further than
stalking.
Inspiration, Airrack.
Why is it so hard to be a creator in 2021? Who do we know who made it in 2020? Eric Decker, aka Airrack. How am I gonna become the biggest YouTuber? Airrack popped in my head.
I'm sure a lot of you might have heard of him
Thanks, Resub
before. He
Aiden
went
and
from
Potato.
0 to 1 million subscribers in 1 year. And a huge part of that growth was a series he did with Logan Paul that started out basically doing
What?
the same exact thing Austin did.
So the idea is to fly all the way to Miami, somehow obtaining an all-access pass, then using that all-access pass to hand deliver my resume to Logan Paul.
And he did just that.
No
He stuck it to
fucking
the
way.
fight. He asked
What?
Logan Paul for a job. Logan said no. And then he went to his house to try to film more content, which Logan actually got upset at.
You going to dance parties tonight?
I think you're charismatic. I have a general rule of thumb,
Mm-hmm.
and that's gonna come to my fucking house.
Understood.
Lightly,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you guys to leave.
Easy.
Now, in the end, it worked out for Airrack. He had a very popular series where he bought these expensive couches from Logan Paul, which made for good
How?
content, and the clout sharking, despite its initial hiccups, was ultimately a success. Is there a
Holy
difference
shit.
between what Airrack did and what Austin is doing when he told us that he is explicitly taking inspiration from
Is it, so I'm assuming that Airrack guy does more than show up to Logan Paul's house, right? That's not what got him big. I'm unfamiliar with Airrack. Let's trace it back. We'll be like an epidemiologist here plotting the course. So it looks like it didn't start with the Logan Paul thing. So when did he do that? Oh, here it is. Okay, so it looks like he did this unsuccessfully, but it was a viral video. He milked it for all those titties could produce. And that must have given... Oh, he's still milking it. I bought Logan Paul's couch. Okay. Paul's again. Okay. So that was the strat. And it worked. I mean, hey, congrats. Did him and Logan Paul become friends or something at some point? Or is this just clickbait? Maybe some bot views as well? Yeah, I imagine most of these startup channels, like someone going 0 to a million in a year, also buy bots. Because clearly Airrack is a pretty wealthy individual. Like, even before the YouTube success, they seem to have a pretty good handle on money. So they probably at least bought something. Doesn't YouTube notice that? Probably. But I'm sure there's ways around it. That's how Travis Scott got his start. He botted his SoundCloud and then leveraged it with a record company. That was confirmed by his manager, who was the one that botted it for him after being paid for it. So there's definitely ways around the system. And it looks like it really worked well for this guy. God damn. Shit went huge for him. And he did exactly what Austin did. That's fucking crazy.
Airrack. And I'm not really sure there is, at least in the case of sneaking into a fight and showing up at people's houses. The couch buying series made more sense because he bought the couches and had a reason to show up at his house. While it sucks to say, I think the only difference is whether you come off likable and confident to the person instead of creepy, which Austin is definitely failing at. I would like to say that Airrack is the exception and not the rule, because how bad would it be to start a meta where young content creators think that they need to sneak into private events and stalk other influencers for content? I don't think most other people would dig that. I'm just guessing. I've had people ask me for collabs, and they just send me an email, which is dope. Thanks for not showing up at my house. My advice to Austin, who will probably watch this, is just make your own content for now. You're not anybody yet. People do not know you, and you should not be trying to make content that relies on somebody else who is an unwilling participant, because it's needy, it's annoying, and in some cases, it's illegal. Austin, I really do wish you the best. You seem passionate, and I hope you stay positive. So please take my criticisms and jokes in stride, but also hear them out. Wanting to be famous.
I have advice for Austin as well. If you're in the chat, stop. Just stop. People spend their whole lives dedicated to striving for one thing that they're just not good at. You are not built for, like, influencer shit. I hate that fucking word, but it's what he keeps labeling it as. It's not for you, man. So stop wasting your time and being a burden and nuisance to everyone that you try and, like, rope into it. You need to find what you're good at, and it's not TikTok and videos and shit. Not saying it just to be mean, it's just genuine advice. There are people that will spend their whole lives in a field that they are just not good at. I've seen it all the time with, like, art, writing. Like people will literally live this and be trash at it forever. You just need to find what you're actually good at. Yeah, stalking. Like, you seem to be pretty efficient at stalking and tracking down celebrities. Why not open, like, a private eye business where you solve, like, domestic cases or something? I don't know. See if a husband's cheating on a wife. That could be more up your alley. Paparazzi should be illegal. I would never tell someone to try and be a paparazzi. That should actually be a crime. Paparazzi is just organized stalking.
This is not good enough. You need to also enjoy the content you're making, because it's all about the ride to the top, yeah? It's all about the journey. I think I've heard people say that. Good luck. Well, that's the video today, stalkers. A bit of a shorter one, but a topic I wanted to cover nonetheless. Anyways, be sure to subscribe, as well as follow me on Instagram.
Good shit, Gunner.
If you want to track my geolocation. And check out my Patreon if you want
another banger.
a
Nice, man.
Relationship